Hello friends and welcome back to a new episode of the Cheesiest Man Alive, and today we're starting with a Protoss versus Terran in which my plan is to abuse the new Tempest. New Tempest is much quicker than the old one was, and as a result that can only mean one thing. It means that Proxy Tempest is probably much better than it was before. Now the Cyclone has changed quite a bit, so I'm not sure how easy it is for me to get things like batteries down, but I believe that if I ever get a decent amount of Tempest out, I'm going to be in a very good spot because their maneuverability is so much better than what it was before that I think it can make up for any for any type of Cyclone buffs that have happened. Just gonna proxy my Stargate here. Now, usually when people play a proxy Stargate, one of the things they do is that they open up with an Oracle. I am not entirely sure yet if I want to open up with an Oracle. It's going to depend a little bit on what I scout my opponent doing. So I have a kind of a flexible build order here, in which I can throw down this Stargate the moment my cybernetics core finishes in about 12 seconds from now. This started with a 13 pylon, 14 gate by the way, so my cybernetics core is going to finish about 5-6 seconds quicker than it usually would. So it should finish right around now. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to chrono boost one of these adepts as well. Now, I can't really move in this general area. This is the timing for the Reaper to pop out 2 minutes in. So I'm going to wait a couple of seconds and now I'm going to go. I could throw down a battery in my main base already, but I don't think that is entirely necessary. So we're gonna send this in for a scout. This all looks fairly normal in my mind. I think we're just straight away going to rush into... yeah, I should have built a battery here, shouldn't I? I really should have built a battery. Okay, he's trying to micro. So far, honestly, doing a pretty decent job at it as well. Oh, baby! Can't make that stuff up. Can't make that stuff up. I'm not happy with that at all, that's for sure. He's killing 3-4 workers over here. I'm really struggling with just everything at this moment. I should have built a blind battery, as I said I should. Gonna get one kill here on this worker. And then see if I can get these probes back. But this cost me quite a bit of cash. And that is not super ideal. So we're just straight skipping. We're straight skipping that first Oracle and instantly going into the Tempest. I think this is the correct call. I wish I had more probes though. This does feel kind of sucky for me right now. It's gonna get another worker kill. This guy has good control, Don Zardiento. He's popping out the Cyclones, I think 2 at a time here. I mean, once these Cyclones are out, I'm definitely gonna be in at least a little bit of trouble. And not just because I have, well, hardly any workers, but that's definitely a contributing factor here. I can guarantee you that. Just gonna micro this around for a bit. No, I don't want an Oracle. I actually wanted to skip the Oracle. I'm just gonna get a battery up here in my main base right away. Just gonna see if I can clear this Reaper at some point in my life. Yeah, he's opening up with with a reactor on these Cyclones, which actually looks quite bad for me. I don't have any type of forge either here, so I can't really deny my opponent from moving out. That is one of the things that's always very difficult to deal with if you're in the position that I currently am in, is that you always need to be aware of the fact that your opponent can move across the map. I think there's going to be... Look how fast it is, holy crap. And look at that acceleration. Look at that acceleration, my friends. Is that a factory? No. It's just another barracks. So I wonder if there's a Stargate over here or not. Doesn't quite seem to be the case. I really wonder what my opponent is up to. Well, we have figured it out right now. Let's see if we can get a couple of kills here. I think I can get a kill on one of these at least. I think this is actually quite bad for my opponent. This feels good for him probably, but really he killed a pylon and lost 2 Cyclones. I'm about to get my next Cyclone. He's sending Hellions across the map, which makes me believe that there is a starport out already at this point, but I'm not sure how accurate that is. Okay. That is good as well for me. Just gonna keep this in the main. I hope he doesn't kill this this worker. Okay, next 2 Cyclones are out. Just gonna micro it away. It's real easy for me to micro it away, obviously, but why am I moving out like an idiot? It's not quite what I wanted. He has double factory here. Killing this. The micro that I'm utilizing here hasn't been the greatest micro I've done in my life, but I do believe this to be kind of enough. I want to clear this starport. After I kill the Reaper, I'm just going to move all my units across the map. Probably want to get a Nexus up here as well. It's going to be a neat little play initially. this factory is going to be in some trouble. Let's see if I can move in here and clear maybe one of these cyclones. Perhaps clear even both. You can, of course, well, one-shot them if you have 3 of these Tempest, which is great. Took out one of the factories. That's a major production structure. Although, in retrospect, I probably should have gone for the factory with the reactor on it, or just the reactor. That really limits my opponent's production. I don't think money is much of an issue for my opponent right now. But what I do think is an issue is production. Look how much cash he's gonna have, you know? That definitely feels like that shouldn't be an issue. This Viking is taking a beating on the face as well. And I think I might have just won the game, despite a very poor start for me, losing multiple workers. I don't think there's really an initial answer here against this play. He seems to just have no units at all. Moving out right now with the Viking. I'm splitting the shots because with 4 Tempest you're overkilling. Doesn't GG the first game here, and we take a W. Alright guys and girls, up next we have Code Bar, a Zerg player who is going to get double Stargate Tempest Rush over here, or at least that's going to be the plan for me for now. So I open up with a fast Nexus into a Cybercore. I decided not to scout early on. This allows me to, well, to easily proxy my first Stargate across the map as well. And I want to get an Oracle out. This is kind of important, just getting that first Oracle out. I need it for control. I needed to make sure that my Stargates are not going to get destroyed either. And then my first pylon, you know, where actually do I want to put it? It's going to be a little bit late, which is frustrating, but that's life as well, I guess. All right, just going to put our first pylon over here. It's going to be a tiny tad delayed. I guess my probe should have moved out just a bit earlier. We're going to play this off 2 bases. So yeah, he comes in with a pretty cheeky scout over here. It's interesting. I wonder if he's actually going to commit to that scout. I'd be very surprised if he does. It's not a very it's not a common move at all to commit to that scout, at least not that I'm aware. I'm gonna cancel this adept, go straight into a stalker. The stalker is so I can deny my opponent's vision with a little bit more ease. And as I have not scouted in the early game, I am honestly completely blind. He is actually going in here, isn't he? He's completely going in here with that Overlord. I'm gonna catch it and I'm gonna get a chrono boost on this stalker. I didn't want to chrono it, but now I feel like I'm left with no choice. He's not gonna see where my Stargate is. He might think that this is a proxy. I'm not sure if he's going to realize 100%. I kind of want to tell him that my tech is in the natural. But I think that might be too suspicious, you know? Let's just pretend like he's the one that is the idiot here. Well, it really is me, of course. I'm gonna fool all this with a second gateway at some point as well. I'm gonna need let's just get a second pylon up here. Just for the extra safety that will grant me, but also just for a bit more space to proxy my second Stargate eventually. So that is definitely going to be my plan. I think he's trying to send some of these links in, which is kind of weird. We're going to send an adept out, just move it towards this bottom side. Double gas is being taken right now. I think that is a good call. And here comes the Oracle. I want to put my fleet beacon maybe in this general area. Oh, I don't really want to get spotted though by any type of overlords. It would be very frustrating, of course. If we're playing on the NA server, rather than microing my Oracle, I'm just kind of shift clicking, because microing your Oracle with ping is very difficult to hit the proper timings on making sure that it kites properly. So we have this bad boy not completely locked in, but kind of locked in over here. I could actually put one more pylon here. I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing, no? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this feels good. Gonna have that double Stargate here. The Adept protecting absolutely everything while being protected by the walls as well. It's very important. Get a battery at home. Start our first Tempest right now. It's gonna pop one out. I thought he was gonna take this as a third. Had I known that he wasn't taking that as a third, I might have played this out just a tiny tad different. It's kind of frustrating, honestly. This really is kind of frustrating. First 2 Tempests, or well, first Tempest right now is out on the way. I wonder if it might have been better not to proxy this altogether and just keep it at home. Just double proxy Tempest Stargate from home. I mean, I feel like it might have had good potential anyway. And it's gonna have a Spore over here as well. It's building a bunch of links, which I'm not a super big fan of. And I'm Supply Block, which I also am not a fan of, but Supply Block has now officially ended. We're gonna move our Oracle back home and just take a third base. Now we're taking the... Ooh, he's actually trying to kill this, which shouldn't work. Like, even if he gets one pylon here, I think this is a very big investment for my opponent. I don't really think that should pay off here whatsoever. Nope, it's not going to. Perfect. We have our first 2 Tempest out. We are supply block, which is obviously frustrating, but I've been supply block many times in my life, and I know how to deal with it. The best way to deal with supply blocks is just... Ooh, what's this crap? That's Queens, isn't it? I can just kite you, though. Look at that acceleration over here. It's beautiful. It's truly a thing of beauty. Oh, he's off creep. Can't quite transfuse because of that. And we're just gonna warp in some more adepts. We have that Oracle at almost full energy here, which means that I don't think I'm actually gonna end up dying here. Haven't really been microing my Tempest either. I think this is going to be a pretty clean win for me so far. Doesn't necessarily mean that I've won the game, it just means that I've won the initial battle. Third base is about to pop off as well. Does he have a lair? He has a lair finished, so I'm kind of expecting some type of transition from my opponent at this point. Oh, is that a kill? No, it's not quite. Transition into Corruptors I think is going to be what I'm expecting the most here. I'd rather have 5 Tempests here, but 1 Tempest is going to need to stay at home to defend these buildings. It's going to warp in some units as well. Wonder if that's going to be good enough. Yep, you go die. And then behind this, we're just going to go for Blink, I think. I think that's going to be a very nice call. We have a lot of workers anyway. And now what we want to do is just individually target those drones, I think. So we don't overfire too much. Well, that didn't go entirely brilliant. I'm going to need way more gateways as well to kill this thing. He's just waiting for his Spire to finish up. That much is obvious for me. Does it automatically... like, yeah, it really does way too much damage to stuff, doesn't it? So these are going to be Corruptors, I think, popping out soon. I mean, I have a battery in there, so that shouldn't work. I'm still supply blocked. How that is possible, I have no clue about. But I am. So that's absolutely fantastic. So just gonna... just kind of shift click here. Yeah, Corruptor's definitely on the way at this point. See how many of these drones I can actually kill with good shift clicking. It's Mutalisk, which also feels to me like that is a mistake. It's gonna get Blink out. We're floating an insane amount of cash right now, by the way, which is honestly painful given how good I'm supposed to be at this game. So far it ain't quite working out. Batteries in every base, but also just batteries in between, so that I can hopefully keep my my dudes alive. Wait, I had a random... I forgot about this guy, huh? Die! Yep, that was good. Oh, if I only had that one, that would have been real nice earlier. I completely forgot the fact that I had 1 Tempest here protecting my other structure, so it wasn't quite brilliant. We don't really need a 4th base. I don't really think we need any eco whatsoever anymore. My opponent is probably completely focusing right now on getting Mutalisk out, which is, you know, it's nice for my opponent. I don't think it's gonna do very much for him, though. Just, you know, I think 3-4 Mutalisk is really all he can do, and then the rest needs to be going purely into workers. So yeah, it's a minor attack actually, and look at this. I can just completely stop this with my Tempest. I can easily move in between bases as well with the Tempest, which is freaking huge. I love this type of build where they're just a heavy focus initially here into Tempest. Yeah, he's continuing Muta production, which I think is a mistake, because I'm gonna get Blink, I'm gonna get +1, gonna freaking move across the map. Leave these Tempest at home because I just don't need them. A couple of stasis wards in case of a Ling run by, and here he comes and tries to jump on top of some stuff. I think I can, yeah, if I target this well, probably take out 2 of them. Well, I didn't target it too well, so I only end up killing 1 of these bad boys. GG gets called, and we win another game, this time with a GG. We'll hop into our next. Alright, we've got ourselves another Terran player, and I'm kind of feeling like continuing the proxy Stargate trend over here. Now, this is kind of a tricky map. Look at this. It's going to be a 13 pylon, 14 gate. That will be the plan. Once again, for that slightly faster Stargate, I think I can just build it over here and be in a relatively okay position. At least that's what it usually feels like to me. You want to be close, but not close enough that a Marine and 4 SCVs can kill your Stargate. That's a very kind of important concept to keep in mind, is that yes, your opponent can just pull some workers. We've often seen just a bunker being built there as well. This time I'm definitely going to straight up build a... just a battery in my main base. I think that was a huge blunder in the first game that I played today. I don't quite understand why I didn't just, you know, get it. Because that Reaper, you know, it dealt way too much damage. I'm also going to expand with this. And this expansion is really quite special to me. The reason for that is because I can easily move from here to kind of stopping move outs by building cannons and building other things. It's really good to have a fast forge as well. So I can just add those cannons in. Cannons actually got much better in the last patch. Now, this doesn't make sense to any of you, but the Cyclone has a harder time at dealing with cannons. And as a result, cannons will be a better... Cannon rushes, I think, are still worse, but in some ways, if the cannons go up, might be quite good. They might be a little bit more powerful even than you can imagine. This is a really fast scout. What's wrong with you? It's gonna... come on. God, I hate this type of stuff. Who scouts as this timing? Like, that is... This is... People will be like, oh, Harstem cheesing every game, then getting scouted 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game, and he's the one that gets upset. Yeah, because you're not supposed to scout this early. It's idiotic to scout this early. It legitimately makes no sense. And seeing this happen upsets me. I'm completely allowed to be upset by idiotic plays that accidentally counter my cheese. Like, that is a completely valid concern to have. It's like, yes. Wait, what's he doing? Is he proxying me? What was that? What is that movement here? I'm afraid of the movement. I'm very afraid of the movement. I don't understand what's going on. We'll get a second adept out as well. And then we'll... Is he building like an eBay here? Or maybe something in my main? Let's just actually pop over there to see if there's anything being constructed. Always want to check, just in case, you know. I'm going to send this thing across the map and have my fleet beacon start the moment I can. Look at this, the fastest possible fleet beacon rush. 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Now I have been spotted here. I hope I can take this thing out before my opponent decides to show up with some bad boys, which is the one thing I don't really want to deal with. There's one thing I hate, my friends. It definitely is going to be bad boys. We'll build a pylon over here. We killed this thing. My opponent now should be aware as to what I'm doing as well, unless he's a clown. But he really should figure out, look at this thing flying around. It actually bothers the ever-living crap out of me. I want that thing gone so badly. I want it so badly to be gone. I think I can actually finish this shade. Oh, I could not finish this shade. Did he play reactor first here? Okay, you're just trying to keep this thing alive. It's obviously not working very well. It's going to be... yeah, there's going to be some serious issue here. Oh, I think that's on a reactor already, which is cool. I can dig that. I don't actually mind playing against Cyclones with my Tempest. I think actually the best thing that Terran can do here is probably go for like 3-4 Cyclones. So you have something initially, and then he's building a second factory. I think this is a mistake. I think a starport is the correct call against this. Because what you can do with a starport is that... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Buddy, like, I outrange you massively. What you can do with a starport is you can build Vikings. And because Cyclones are so freaking cheap... Did I lose my... I think I did, didn't I? Oh, no, this is bad. This is real bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Harstem, no. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I need to get a kill here. Okay, that's a kill. Oh, I love the way he played this, honestly. I freaking love the way this dude played that. Oh, that was nice. I love that little repair there that we just saw. And this is actually going to... It's going to be a serious struggle right now. The moment I get my third Tempest out, though, I think life is going to be much better for me. This is so important for me. Like, I can't stress enough how important it is for me that I get a freaking worker here, huh? He's definitely just waiting until he can join in the fun here with his Cyclones. He might even try and go across the map, actually. You know, I think that would be a good play here. Just moving across the map with 2 Cyclones. Freaking would love that. Oh, I think this is a brilliant call. Now, I'm going to try and fight him at it. I still don't have anything here. I shouldn't have lost my probe. Losing my probe was probably the biggest mistake that I've made so far this game. Just gonna recall these guys, actually. And take it from there. I hope I can do something. Okay. You have 3 of these dudes. He's gonna try and kill my Tempest that's gonna come out soon. I actually think I'm in some serious trouble here. I really didn't think that the Cyclone was gonna be such a good unit against what I did, but this is obviously bad. He has 5 of them right now. Soon he'll have the speed, which is going to be a serious issue. Oh, he has so many freaking Cyclones. He's like 9 of them at this point, huh? Oh, I'm just uber dead, no? Just gonna kill all of these, I think. If we can one-shot them. He doesn't even have the speed yet, which is a serious failure by me. Yeah, oh my god, he's just owning me. I should have gone into a Nexus at my own home at this point, but we're just dead. He owned me. There's nothing I can say about this. This was a very solid counter to what I was doing. Of course, he did get a little bit lucky with his scout timing. I have no clue why someone would scout this early on in the game, unless you're planning on doing an eBay block, but this isn't even an eBay block timing, so I have absolutely no clue what this is all about. Also build the reactor before seeing anything. So yeah, this is just blind counter into blind counter into blind counter. Like world's luckiest man over here. Gets a win, that's okay. You know, this is what happens when you cheese the entire time. Every now and again, someone's gonna come out and just gonna have a good counter to you. Whether that's a blind counter or just a hard counter because this person knows what they're doing, it doesn't really matter. This is gonna happen and there's nothing you can do than just rest and be assured that the next game is gonna be much better. All right, I think we've got the exact same Terran once more. This time I'm going to be playing it a little bit different, as I'll open up with a proxy 1 gate. And after that proxy 1 gate, I'm just kind of going to move in front of his natural and try and contain him and then get Tempest. So really a different type of, like a different style of proxy Tempest. This is one that tends to be a bit more popular, or was a little bit more popular back in the day. We have this pylon going up at an almost appropriate timing. A rather small map, actually. Kind of surprised me how small this map really is. Going up for one more probe, get that 16 gateway. I'm going to build the gateway as far forward as I can, so that I have the quickest possible zealot rush. I'm not going to go straight away with my first zealot, of course, unless my opponent decides to once again scout at some ungodly timing, which wouldn't be too surprising. I mean, if I cheese you in the first game, you can kind of expect a cheese in the second game. I think that is honestly completely fair. Like, I'm not gonna flame my opponent for that. I think that is a normal thing to expect. However, what I will flame my opponent for is if he goes for a similar opener, like a gas first, that would be real bad for me, or even a double gas would also be real bad for me. You know what would be good for my opponent here? If he decides to not show his scout, because then I'm not aware that he has scouted. So you just check the natural, see there's nothing there, and be like, okay, because now he gives me the information that he has the information. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, are you sure you wanted to give that information, that you had the information? I don't think you do, usually. Usually, at least, you don't. I hope we didn't see that probe. He's gonna send out an SCV to deal with that. I think he might have seen that probe, honestly. This is very, very unfortunate for me. Like, really, really unfortunate. Just gonna hide our zealot a little bit. Another chrono boost on this as well. Build a Stargate up here. It's gonna start really soon. I can't afford to lose this worker again. Every single time you lose a worker, you got something, an angel dies somewhere up in heaven. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I can't help it. It's gonna get a battery up here. No, first I want a Stalker, actually. Stalker, most important thing right now. Much more important than anything else I can be building at this moment. Gonna get a pylon and move just up this ramp. See, hey, what are you doing here? So there's a bunker, probably a factory behind this, but this is already, unironically, a better start than the last game. Just gonna get a battery up here, just in case something absolutely awful happens to me. So just gonna scout around as well, make sure that I'm not being proxied by any sort of garbage. I get a single battery, and I think I might have overinvested. What was this? Wait, what? You have not enough minerals. Like, what? He's getting an upgrade here. I think it might be turret range, actually. It wouldn't surprise me if he's getting turret range right now. It actually wouldn't be that bad of a call either, just getting turret range. I could kind of dig it. I'm really curious. I'm really curious what my opponent has. There's going to be a Cyclone with this, right? Well, that was a rookie move, as we call those. That was a serious rookie move. My opponent doesn't seem very talkative. Probably upset. Just the prospect of potentially losing to this particular cheese. It's not going to make him a very happy man, I don't think so. I'm going to get a Forge with this as well and start my first Tempest. Remember what I said about the Forge. I think the Forge is an absolutely vital tool here to stop my opponent from moving out, as well as to stop my opponent from having a natural at mines. One base versus one base is quite a good situation for me. I'm just going to get Warp Gate. I seem to have plenty of gas as well, so I have absolutely no clue what my opponent is up to. And I kind of dig it, honestly. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think this was turret range, honestly. Or maybe building armor. Like, it's one of the two. I'm just gonna patrol this thing. Just gonna patrol this thing, because I need to get some info at some point in my life, right? Well, maybe no. Okay, move back here. Go back patrolling. Okay, I love this move. I freaking love this. I think this is the correct thing. Isn't that what I said? I said Viking production is probably the most important thing that people can get. Do I care so much about these Marines? I think I care a little bit about these Marines, yeah. For sure I do. I'm just gonna use the Stalker on the low ground to stop those Marines from being too annoying. Look, one shot from the Stalker, one shot from the Tempest, and I kill a Marine, which is absolutely phenomenal, of course. Okay, my opponent definitely here with some heavy focus on those Vikings. I really don't know what he got. Didn't get building armor, right? No, building armor is +2. Doesn't have it research. I think it says a 1 as well when you have the building armor. Could be wrong though. I don't actually know what it looks like to have building armor. I have absolutely no clue. Look at this. I'm just killing them. Oh, beautiful target fire here by Harstem Kevin McConaughey. You love to see it. Can I afford the tectonic destabilizers? Not quite yet. Just gonna kill this thing. Come on, give me tectonic destabilizers. It is my favorite upgrade. Now we're in two-shot territory. That is scary territory to be in for my opponents when he is in two-shot territory, because he's gonna get two shot. Not much he can do with those Vikings, you know? Not that much he can do with those Vikings. Oh, that's dead. I think that died. No, surely. Surely that died. I can't imagine a world in which that didn't die. Very close to +1. Nice! That was good control. Very proud of my opponent for that. That was good control by me as well. We now have 4 of these. I don't actually know. Oh. Come on! Shoot it, buddy. Just want to kill this thing, you know? Oh. Did I one-shot that? No shot. +1 not quite done yet. I think with +1 I do start one-shotting. I could be wrong about that. Never know. I don't Tempest rush enough personally. This is my bad probably. So after this I think I'm just gonna get an Oracle. Because I feel like it would be good to have. Uh-oh, move back a bit. I definitely one-shot stuff now. Why are they not dying? It's super annoying to me that none of this stuff is dying. So we're just going to base trade right now. It's not the strongest base trade that you've ever seen in your life. It's probably one of the weaker base trades. I need the scout to make sure my opponent doesn't do anything weird. I could have taken the gold base as well, actually. I lost the Tempest there, which was really bad for me. Just wasn't paying attention at all. Tectonic destabilizers have arrived at this point. Okay, just gonna construct more of these dudes, that's for sure. Just gonna kill SCVs. Like I'm never gonna get this starport. Okay, this is something I'm just accepting here for now. 100% something I'm just accepting. Just gonna try and move in. Gonna get more cannons. Oh, he has that base, huh? He definitely has that base. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought already. That seems like a sensible base as well to take, honestly. Seems like a very sensible base to take. We have a second Stargate going up right now. Okay, that was a good one. Oh, I really want to kill this thing. Oh. The cannons here is going to be so freaking important. Because with the cannons, it's going to definitely allow me to do some big stuff here. Oh, here we go. Come on. Move aside. Move aside. Move aside. Move aside, my friends. Okay, we're trying our best to win this game, but I don't quite think it is working out, to be honest. Yeah, this feels real bad. Because it's... Yeah, I just don't have anything that can shoot these things. Don't want to lose these Tempests as they come. I'm gonna just leave one of these zealots back here. So Tempest here needs to run for its life. Miserable little life, may I say. I may say that. Of course I may say that. It's just pure Viking though, which is kind of interesting, you know? That really is just kind of interesting. Huh? Just gonna shoot this from once. Just gonna fly away, just gonna fly away, just gonna fly away. And the next Tempest is now gonna pop out. I lost my my thing though, that really did suck. Lost my Oracle, which is balls for me, obviously. So it's gonna fly right now. Please repair it. Okay, so we actually killed quite a few Vikings here. And we have much better eco than our opponent does. No, 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 no! I shouldn't have lost that. That was such a huge deal. That was such a huge deal. That was absolutely massive. Like, it was really important for me not to lose that. It's gonna try and kill some of my workers. Kind of forgot about the ability to have a high ground shooting as well, which is obviously quite painful. Come on, buddy. I think I'm just gonna lose this game, honestly. I just don't see a way for me to hold this. To hold this for much longer. So these are just gonna move in towards the natural right now. Just gonna make sure that I get this one out. If I can get that one out, that would be huge already as a start. I'm just afraid. I really am just afraid. So I'm just dealing a fair chunk of damage here, really, to all of these. Gonna get a new fleet beacon, maybe. This is a banger of a game, though. That's for sure. No matter what you say, this is a banger. This is a certified banger, even. Because I should have taken the gold base, I think, down here. I still have the ability to try and take that gold base. Let's not forget about that. Oh, that's a kill. I'm definitely gonna get that eventually, right? Oh, now we have two. Now we have two, buddy. Gonna get a Void Ray up as well. Just gonna send one dude over here to try and get that. So, the question now is, how is it looking? Can I get a warp gate? Yes, I can. Can I get a warp gate? Yes, you can. I should really land some Vikings up here. This is one hell of a game, by the way. Holy crap. This is one hell of a game. We have too many workers up here. I can't even remember how this game started, honestly. Okay, so he cleared that. That's interesting, because it means he really wants to mine from there. I'm gonna take this base. Also means he's completely out of position, so we're gonna send this across the map. So what is this? Okay, I see him moving back. That feels good. Killing this bunker also feels very good. Does he still have the CC in the main base? Oh, Kevin, what are we doing? Should not have done that. I wonder if my opponent is aware of the trouble that he's potentially in. So I can kill this, that would be huge. I have a Stalker out here, which I can use right now to start shooting this thing. I'm just gonna build more Stalkers. This is the time for me to start investing massively in Stalkers. Because Stalkers are great against Vikings. I can just run away. We're gonna build some cannons over here, that's the main plan for me. If I can clear this thing, I think I'm actually in a really good spot, honestly. Because then there's no more production left, no? At least, not in my mind. Can get a thing over here. Okay. Oh, there's another StarCraft right there. That is kind of interesting. Look at this. Just gonna shoot that thing. Just gonna shoot that thing, huh? Oh, no, he's probably paying attention though. I can't really go there forever, you know? Can't really go there forever. He's getting stimmed though. Reactor on that. Kinda funky, kinda funky. Do I have Warp Gate now? Yes, I do. Wait, where's my Void Ray? Alright, it's here. Okay, well, we can start moving with this Void Ray right now. And I have two gateways, which I'm gonna be using as well. I'm soon going to have... This is literally the dumbest game I've played in my entire life, and I love it. Okay, I think I have enough Tempest right now, where I don't necessarily need any more. We're moving across the map, and he's building production in this area, which scares the ever-living crap out of me for obvious reasons. Okay, we get one more Tempest, actually. Okay, he's gonna go towards the skies right now, which is probably a good move for my opponent. Hoppa! Okay, this base, once this base is toast, by the way, this game is, I think, pretty over, no? So he's probably gonna try and move down here right now. Yep. It's pretty much what I had expected. Okay, just wanna force field this in. Then he's gonna lose all of them for free. Yes, Stim. I don't think he's aware of the fact that I have a... I think he actually went there with all of his Vikings right now. I think all the Vikings are moving into this general area. So we're just gonna fly our Void Ray away. Move this thing in. Well, okay, that was some great flying away with the Void Ray. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty crap. I'm just going to build 4 zealots here. And the moment he pisses off, that's going to be my cue, basically, to move in. Gold base here providing me so much value. I think I should have taken that much faster. And he should have definitely harassed his mineral line a little bit better. That would have been a smarter move, in my opinion. That thing's going to die. There goes your medevac, buddy. These Vikings are probably about to move back in. That means these zealots now have a chance to deal some serious damage. There's combat shield as well, which actually does scare me just a little bit. Kind of going towards the main base. Battery, cannon, whatever. This is a very wild game. My zealots are probably going to get killed here if I'm not careful. Just going to make sure that I'm targeting properly as well. Warping in more stuff over here. He's really lacking a lot of production. I wonder what his actual worker count is. He's going to try to run these out. I think that right now going into carriers might be a viable thing to do. As all of my camera hotkeys are super weird as well. Like on my base setup, just it obviously doesn't quite make sense. G, well, no GG, but a win nonetheless. And that, my dear friends, I think it's going to be it for me today. I think my first ever Cheesiest man alive on the American server. We get the achievement, what is that? The live battery warning. Very nice. It's going to be it for me today. Thanks all so much for watching. As long as the EU server hasn't been patched up yet, I'm gonna have to play on America. It is the way it is. I hope you all enjoy it nonetheless, seeing me beat some North American barcodes for a change. So thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see all of you next time for more videos. Thank you, and bye bye.